Okay, so what we are looking at here is an example of a singer's formant. So we see that this solid line represents the orchestra, and then this is the orchestra with the singing. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So what we can see is that the formant is staying above the orchestra. The singer's formant is staying above the orchestra. So what is the singer's formant? It is formant 3, 4, and 5, which are circled here. And they kind of like team up to make a super formant. So my memory aid for this is the singer formant, aka the human boombox, because you call it FS instead of like F1, F2, F0 for fundamental. It's an F and then a little lowercase s. And the clustering together of formants 3, 4, and 5, they're so close together that they become one super formant. And they greatly amplify the harmonics. So what ends up happening is they're able to overpower. See, like here's the first formant, here's the singer's formant, and then if we go back to this image, we see that they overpower even an orchestra. Just that's what happens when you combine those and the power of the amplification. Why should we care? Well, this is the phenomenon that's responsible for the ringing tone quality of singers that can be heard above entire orchestras. How do we do this? McCoy talks a lot about releasing the constrictor muscles. This is, by the way, included. You'll see this link over in the spreadsheet. But this is a great quick read to just give you a little supplemental information that's like easy to process and easy to understand. And that's also where this is from, which is Sundberg. So we know we can trust it. What was I saying? So drop the larynx, raise the soft palate, release your constrictor muscles, relax the tongue, engage the core. All of those things are going to help in helping a student find their singer's format. Also, utilizing a spectrograph, this guy right here, is going to be really useful because everybody's formant is going to be a little bit different because everybody's vocal tract is a little bit different. So the student being able to visualize these bright spots which represent each of the formants, that's gonna go a long way in them being able to find it for themselves. And again, being able to visualize like, oh, and seeing that peak happen as they're singing is going to be super useful. And that is what I have for you for singers formant.